afternoon, Port Jervis, and welcome to the Port Center Spotlight Podcast. My name is Andrew Murata, host of the podcast, and I'm excited. We're here on location. We are in the, what do you call this lab, Mr. Hyziak?
This is our robotics clean room lab at the high school attached to our wood shop here.
Clean room, as all the stuff is here.
Yeah, it's a little messy,
but I am joined with two of our amazing teachers here, Hyziak Shane Olenick, our technology teachers, our VEX coaches. Guys, thanks for coming on the podcast.
Thanks for having us.
Kyle just completed a high school season with his team, and Shane and the middle school team has a performance coming up. Kyle, we'll start with you. You've been here a long time teaching. Tell me about why VEX and why you got involved with this.
I kind of got involved with the VEX Robotics through, I did an in-service on it years ago, probably almost 6 years ago. And then the district supported us starting a team. We started with one robot. We didn't know anything. And then kind of stuck with VEX because it really focuses on teamwork. Because when we go to a competition, our kids are paired with other schools randomly.
Oh, wow.
And throughout the day, they have to have these conversations on this is what my robot does, this is what their robot does, and they have to work together with these bots they designed to compete in a very kind of high-paced game because 15 seconds of it is an autonomous program where they don't control the robot, and then the next minute and a half is driver control. So, yeah, that's kind of drew us to it because it gets these kids not only designing and building things, but the focus on teamwork and the focus on having to have these conversations with people you don't know.
A lot of skills in addition to technology.
Yes, yeah.
Wow.
It's and like at the end of a competition, they do a bunch of qualifying matches and they line the teams up. So if you were first in qualifying, they line you up first to 30th, and then you pick your alliances going on to this elimination tournament. So it's a busy day. Kids got to be on time. It's stressful for them, but they really learn a lot.
Even just getting on time for the podcast, getting everything set. We have a bunch of excited students here. Shane, let's jump to you. You're a Port Jervis graduate, back in technology. You're coaching baseball. What's it like for you to be back here in your alma mater teaching and coaching?
So I graduated from here in 2018, and then I went off to Oswego. I did my 4 years, and I'm pursuing my bachelor's. I missed it. There's no place like Port. I went away for 4 years, and I had that experience at some of the other schools up there. I'm happy to be back finally. What am I, halfway through my second year now? Which, it's amazing to be back.
Yeah. Heavily recruited by the technology team here.
Well, that's the funny thing is I actually got his phone number when we were at a state competition for VEX.
Wow.
Yeah, so the whole full circle, actually, where the competition that the middle school is being hosted, the school that's hosting it is one of his friends from college, and I got his number at the competition. He's like, give me this guy's number, and then we ended up hiring him.
That's where we're going on Saturday for the middle school tournament.
Yeah.
Just it'll kind of be ironic.
A couple members of our technology team, and we've had a long-standing, excellent technology department. Again, if you're a former student here, you know the tech labs and the construction. And Mr. Hyziak, the technology is changing, right? We still have wood, we still have saws, we still have all of that, but there's so much new. Talk to me about the advancing skills and some of these things. I know you have one of your robots here, Mr. Hyziak.
Yeah, so this is one of the robots that the students have built. So it combines all of your mechanical skills, but now we have coding and electronics involved with it.
Wow.
So they build a program for this, so they have to tell which motors do what and program it to remote control, but also program this autonomous portion where it drives itself and does the task. So yeah, the technology integrates all your hands-on stuff. And then here in our lab, we've got laser engravers, 3D printers, CNC machines. So it's come from just the basic hands-on stuff, which we still do, and built on top of that with up-to-date stuff.
Yeah.
The school has really kind of supported us doing this kind of things.
A lot of future jobs in what you just said.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Highly skilled things. Mr. Olenick, when you take these kids to the competition, is it we want to do well, right? But is it they want to be better than the other team, or do you have them focus on their product working, their robot working, and them working together? Where's that balance of your message to them?
So with the middle school teams, we really focus on them being able to communicate with each other and the teamwork aspects. Because if you're not able to communicate with the other teams and your alliances, that kind of really draws the separation. If you're just going to single yourself out, you're competing with basically 3 other robots. When you're supposed to be partnered with one, it's supposed to be a 2v2. It's kind of a 1v3. So, and then once they get up to the high school and they have that structure, then they're able to compete. In which case, this is our second year of having a middle school program. So next year, our first batch of middle schoolers will be in the high school, and we'll start to be ahead of the curve per se, like some of the other really good VEX programs that are around.
For sure. If you're watching the show live, say hello. Let us know where you're coming from. If you were one of Mr. Hyziak's students in the tech lab, definitely say hello. But guys, I want to thank you, number one, for coaching the teams. A lot of excited kids here. And number two, teaching's hard, period. But you literally are in there rolling your sleeves up, getting dirty, getting cut. It's really great to see you guys doing it, and we appreciate it.
Thank you. Yeah, teaching tech is a unique situation, and I wouldn't have it any other way.
It's amazing watch. I love coming in to watch you guys do it. But you really turn the reins over with this to the kids, and
we facilitate. It's really like we get to a competition, and we're not allowed to touch their bots. We're not supposed to tell them like specific directions. We can just kind of coach them, calm them down, and make sure they're there and where they're supposed to be on time.
Love it. I know you presented last year at the school board meeting. Will you doing that again? Is that
possibly we would do that again? And we're actually going to go to we're working on logistics of it, but we're going to go to the elementary school and drive our bots around. So that's in our kind of thing once the season's over.
Cool. So, any message for the parents about their kids maybe getting involved with the VEX, and maybe some of the skills that you're seeing in the kids for our parents out there watching?
Like the communication skill is huge for these kids. Puts them in a situation that they've not been in. They have to do, and throughout the day at a competition, there's other awards, not just the competition going on. So like how well your robot's designed. We got a sportsmanship award, and they do interviews. There's judges going around and interviewing. So some of these kids have never gone through the interview process before ever, and now they're getting interviewed. But it's something they know. They know the robot, so they get comfortable with it, and they get to talk to these people they haven't ever talked to before. So some of those skills, I think, go beyond just the technology and the robot, which is why we really like the VEX thing.
Shout out to these gentlemen leading the kids here. It is not easy. When I tell you what we have in front of us, we're going to turn the screen around a little bit and see the competition, but there's a lot in this room. We appreciate it, guys. All right, let's bring our first round of students in here. We have a number of students coming in. This is our older team, our high school team. Come on in, Noemie. Hello. Hello, Layla. Hello, Ethan. Hi. Welcome. Come on in. Make sure everyone can see. I know we've had Noemie and Layla on here. Ethan, can we see you? Good. Okay. Guys, introduce yourselves. Tell us your grade level, and then we'll start with some questions. Noemie, go ahead.
Yeah, so hello, everyone. My name is Noemie Florant, and I'm a senior.
Hi, my name is Layla Miller. I'm also a senior.
I'm McCoy, and I'm also a senior.
Okay, 3 seniors here. Wow. Layla, you got a busy week here. You're doing VEX. You got play practice here. And if you haven't seen Noemie's TED Talk, she was featured on the first podcast this year. We've come a long way. Awesome. Kids, I'll throw it out there. Ethan, we'll start with you. Why VEX? Why VEX Robotics? Why are you involved with this club?
She forced me to join.
It was her fault. All right. Well, we'll pass it to you then. Layla, tell me about why VEX. Why are you involved?
I don't know. At first, I just thought it was some really cool extracurricular activity, and I really needed some extracurriculars. But now that I'm in it, I like the creativity, but also like the actual textile part of it.
Yeah, hands-on.
Yeah, it's very hands-on, and it's also mental. So it's not something you can fake through or you can just sit through with just to get an elective point.
Wow. Noemie, how about you?
Yes, so at my previous school, we didn't have any engineering or STEM extracurriculars. So when I moved here and I saw on the school website, that there's going to be a VEX meeting, I jumped onto that opportunity as soon as I could, just because I love CS and STEM. Yeah.
Fantastic. And we're doing it here. Tell me a little bit about this. I see a lot of plugs and a lot of gears and type things. How do you know what's what?
Well, it depends on the competition of the year. This year, we focus more on the tri balls, which are green balls with 3 points. And so the way you can get points is if
There we go.
there we go. Yes, beautiful.
Okay, there it is.
Tri ball. Way you can get points is either if you launch them across the field or if you get them under the net. And so what we're focusing on is getting them under the net, which is why we have this kind of wall here so that it could actually fit and push it in, as you can
Okay.
see. And then we also got a little launcher here so that it could actually launch the tri balls across the field.
And we're going to get to see this in a little
Yes,
bit.
definitely.
Wow. Ethan, what are some things that go wrong during the process?
I'm sorry. Not cutting enough, I guess. Wrong size, motors falling out.
And when something does go wrong and you go back to the drawing board, what is that process like for you to be able to fix it?
That's more of them, honestly.
They're the getting their hands dirty work.
Yeah, this was my first year. They've had more experience with this
Okay.
than I have.
Awesome. Are any of you going to go into the STEM field? Are you going to go into this in your futures, or is it just something kind of a hobby you're doing now?
This for sure is a beginning for my journey with robotics. I definitely will keep doing robotics clubs and competitions as I go to college. So it also aligns with my career as a data scientist. So I'm really excited to keep doing robotics.
Wow, so exciting. It's really cool. I'm excited to see this thing here. You guys are done for the year. Will you go to the middle school competition and see them, or no, you're kind of your stuff is done? You're busy this weekend.
Yeah, he's busy too.
Yeah, Layla is involved with the play. Ethan, you're involved with the play as well?
Yes.
Okay, fantastic. Beauty and the Beast this weekend. Little shout out. Layla, what will you miss most about VEX?
Honestly, I like the whole. Okay, like most teams, you have to have like sportsmanship. You have to be a team. I like the communication aspect of it,
Nice.
as like cliche as that sounds.
We just had Mr. Hyziak here, again, longtime teacher here. What would you say about Mr. Hyziak's style with you, and maybe some skills you'll take away from him coaching you? Noemie, why don't we start with you?
Well, there's a lot of things I probably take. Maybe a couple catchphrases that we have.
Okay, let's hear 'em.
Like send it. I think to me that means YOLO. Just do it no matter what. Now take that with me throughout life. Just do it no matter what. Even if it sounds stupid or it looks stupid,
Yeah.
you still do it.
Nice.
Yeah.
He says send it. Cool. And you know him doing this, the amount of time. What do you say to that his dedication here with this STEM program and the VEX? Layla?
Honestly, I admire his dedication, especially with us. He had a lot of patience with us.
Almost has to
I-
let you fail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yes, he does.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
As teachers, we're always trying to help kids succeed, but he almost has to let you fail in this process. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay. Ethan, you want to give any last shout outs before we meet some of your fellow students?
Oh, no, I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. Well, good luck in the play. You're working it with the stage crew,
Yes.
so you're doing some building and things there.
I haven't done much of that. My job, I just sit in a box mostly.
Well, this is Ethan McCoy, Layla Miller, and Noemie Florant. Thank you very much for coming on. Thanks for being involved with the VEX. And again, go show those younger kids why they should get involved with this in the future.
Yeah. Thank you for coming here and
Yeah.
showing our exquisite club.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Let's have the next group come on. Riley, Evan, Sean, and Tommy. Come on in, gentlemen. They got their hats. They got their shirts here. While they're coming in, I did want to give a shout out to Mr. Hyziak. He is doing a half marathon this weekend. Is it Saturday, Kyle, or Sunday?
Full marathon,
Full-
26 too.
Full. Excuse me.
Full.
Sorry. It's this weekend. Saturday?
Yeah.
Saturday. Well, we wish him the best. Him and his colleague, Mr. Higgins, doing that. Well, welcome, gentlemen. Can we get you all in there? There we are. Guys, introduce yourself. You're all freshmen, is that right?
Yeah.
Former middle schoolers? Yeah. Sean, go ahead. Introduce yourself. And
I'm Sean. I'm the coder. I wasn't the coder until halfway through because Evan couldn't attend one of our matches. But this is Riley. He's our main driver
And builder.
Tommy used to be our driver, but he's not here with us today.
Okay.
And Evan's the main coder, the mastermind.
So tell me what the different things are. Tell me what the different jobs are. Tell me what coding is, Evan.
So pretty much, in order to get the bot to even do anything, you have to upload a certain set of code that tells the bot what it's to do when depending on what is pressed on the controller.
And you're doing that on a laptop, Evan?
Yes.
All right. I know you're not typing in there turn right. What does that look like in terms of building the code? How do you know how to do it?
So pretty much it's a bunch of little blocks, but depending on the scenarios.
Okay.
So
It's just
It's-
it
it would-
writes it for you basically. There's
Yeah.
blocks that say
so there's like control. I'm trying to remember the other ones. Drive and a bunch of other stuff,
Okay.
and it tells like
Yeah.
so it'd be like when I would move the left joystick.
Let's see that. Let's see the joystick there. So it's like Nintendo from when I was a kid.
So it'd be like when you move the joystick, it would tell the bot to move in a certain way.
Okay. And Riley, you're driving this thing?
I did for a little.
Okay. And when you would push it up and the thing would turn left, you would then come to these guys and say something's not right?
Yeah.
And Sean, you'd go back and fix it?
Yeah.
How would you know what to do?
I'd look at the input first so I know where the specific problem is. And then I'd go in and look through the specific lines and see what's wrong with it. Like
Wow.
if left is going to up, then I know I have to switch those, and that might fix the problem.
Wow. So cool. You guys were on the high school team this year, correct?
Yep.
So how did you do on your journey?
Oh, this was our first year for all of us, including Tommy.
Okay. You did it with the middle school, though? Weren't you involved with the middle school?
No.
No.
Our friend Johnny was, but
And you were, sure. Okay. So how was your experience, Riley?
it was very fun.
Yeah? What drew you to VEX?
The thing that drew me to VEX was like getting the hands-on in building,
Okay.
like these parts.
You liked it?
Yeah, I really did.
Okay. Sean, how about you? What drew you here?
I really liked telling the robot what to do and it doing almost exactly what I tell it to do. And if not, I go back, I know my mistakes, I know exactly what went wrong, and then it's just really precise.
Sounds like parenting a little bit. We tell them what to do and they do it, right? Is
Yeah.
that kind of like being a teacher? Not exactly here. Wow. Evan, tell me something that you know now that you didn't know when you started. And speak up, guys, so they can hear you, okay?
Something that I didn't know before.
You have a different skill now than you had before.
Probably the coding. When I started out, I overheard Johnny, who was also in the club.
Johnny Siegel?
Siegel,
Yeah.
yeah. So I heard him and Hunter talking about this club, and I heard robotics, and I was instantly drawn to it, and I thought it was cool how they were doing the coding, and now I finally understand what it all.
Yeah.
can-
Cool. Riley, it's hard being a freshman. What's been the most challenging thing outside of VEX? What's been the most challenging thing for you this
Time.
year? Time.
Time and
Tell me more about that. What do you mean by time?
well, for me, I'm very busy, so I have to like manage. I have to put certain things in a certain time. So I have to put homework, then like activities, and then work, and so forth.
Okay. Yeah, you're a busy guy. We appreciate a few
Yeah.
minutes today.
Yeah.
Sean, we're going to see a demonstration here in just a couple minutes. What are we going to see?
So there's this arm that can launch those tri-balls. The goal is to get it into the goals, basically. And then we have this here that's going to go on that bar, and he's gonna do a pull-up for us.
Wow. Okay. And your mindset while it's happening, are you watching every little thing to see what's working, what's not working? How do you analyze what's happening?
So we look at the position of the opponents and we see what they're trying to do. And we can either go for the offense, which is score on them, or we can try to stop them from what they're doing.
And which one do you focus on?
Usually offense.
Interesting mindsets. We're athletic components here. Guys, we're going to meet some of your classmates. Would you have any last shout outs? Anything you'd like to say? What do you want to say to your teachers who put a lot of time and effort in with you this year?
This is a great program. It really lets us express ourselves. It's just amazing.
Nice. Do you name the bot?
Carl.
Carl?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Just one name? Does he have a last name?
No.
Smith? Jones?
Just call.
Carl.
Hyziak.
Is that Carl Hyziak? Is that with a K or a C?
Let's see.
See.
Carl the robot. Very cool. Any shout outs, Riley or Evan?
I would really wanted to get this program more like going.
Uh-huh.
Teachers this like I really want to expand this team.
Cool. Evan?
Like what Riley said, I'm interested in expanding the team because I think it has so many skills to offer.
Well, let's do some promotion. Again, we're going to see it here, but I think events like open house, I think events where we could showcase this. And I know we talked to the guys about hosting an event here in the big gym, maybe with some spotlights, maybe with kids announcing it, things like that. But we'd be happy to support that. And again, we got some future engineers here, some future designers. So thanks for being involved, guys. I'm looking forward to the competition. All right. This is Riley, Evan, and Sean. Thanks, guys. We'll have our next group up here. This is Jacob, Will, Sam, and Matteo. Is that right?
Yes.
Hello, everybody. Squeeze in. Squeeze in. Don't break your robot here. Come in. Come in. So each team has their own robot. Is that right?
Yep.
Wow.
Each and every team.
Are you in, Matteo? Can we see you? Everybody's here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, introduce yourselves. Tell us your grade level, and then we'll get to some questions. Go ahead. We'll start with you.
I am Lilah Lloyd. I am in 7th grade.
You're Lila's brother.
Yes.
I can see the family resemblance, and he's got the cool hat. Go ahead.
Jacob Murphy, 8th grade.
Jacob, I know you're shy. You got to speak up to make sure we hear you. Miss Cross?
Samantha Cross, 8th grade.
Okay.
Matteo Colon, 8th grade.
Mateo featured on the Port Pride Minute with the Rubik's Cube expert, I would say. All right, well, what do we have here, team? And first of all, do you have a team name? What's your team name?
Hercules.
The who?
Hercules. We call it.
Hercules?
We call it bot, yeah.
Oh,
Hercules.
okay. So are you team Hercules?
That's what we call the bot and stuff. Technically, the team number is here. So what they will not, what to make sure they know it. They will know that's how they figure out which bot
Specifically, we
it is.
just call our robot Hercules and just refer to ourselves as Team D.
Okay,
Yeah,
Team
yes.
D, Hercules. Samantha, tell me about working with these guys and this robot here. What's your role?
I'm normally like a builder.
You're the builder, so you helped put this thing together.
Yeah.
Okay, tell me about the skills that you need to do that.
You gotta like learn what each piece is called. So like, if someone needs to get something, you can get it for them.
Okay, there's a supply person. You tell them to go get it.
Oh no, I'm the person who knows.
You'll get it. Okay, Jacob, what's your role? Nice and loud, Jacob.
So basically, I'm a coder who needs to
Yes.
help him
Yes.
and such builder because he needs so much help for no reason at all, and also her.
No. Hey.
Somewhat.
So you do the coding.
Yeah, we
somewhat,
we've all
Us
done a
three
little
had
bit. Yeah.
done a little bit of
Yes.
A
coding.
little bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. You guys are competing this weekend.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Mateo, tell me about before the competition. Like, what are you hoping for? What are you going for before the competition?
Definitely to do better than any of the other times. Try to do better each time. That's what I want. Like, even if we can't get to the other rounds, we always
just trying to get better is always the best, and learning new stuff, especially being the newest team.
Got it. And it's William, right?
Yeah.
William, afterwards, how do you analyze what happened? If it's a basketball game and the other team scored more points, you could see that they scored more points. How do you analyze what happened after the competition?
Well, first we look at if something went wrong with our robot. We would need to see if something broke or something fell apart that might have caused unwanted, movements. And then we look at what the other team did that really made them better than us if we lose. And we look at what we could have done stronger and what we did good.
Okay. We have the Cross family watching here. We appreciate it. Jump in the chat, folks. Let us know where you're watching from. Is it like boxing, Sam, where you get to pause and fix some things, or once it starts, that's it?
I'm pretty sure once it starts, it's it.
Like an old-fashioned demolition derby.
For the match, yeah. And then after that, we get a few minutes because other people will be getting on. We sometimes do a little fixing up and stuff like that.
Okay.
Between different matches, we have at competitions we have up to 6 matches per team.
Wow. So
And,
that's a lot of opportunity there.
So there's generally a split between you have a match and there's usually 1 or 2 matches between your next match, and it can vary. There can be a lot of matches between 2 of your matches, but we just do our fixing of anything that's broken when we have time off between matches.
Jacob, what's more important, strength or design?
Usually it's both.
Both. The safe answer. Why do you say that, Jacob?
Because with the design, you can try to make it like say like, oh, the body is like defending like the guards and whatever, like for the wheels and maybe for the claw if you wanted to, you can guard that. Or with strength, you can try to make it like stronger to push like other bots, because mostly we had to go against high school teams every single time.
Yeah.
Whoa, middle schoolers versus high schoolers? That's not very fair, Mr. Olenick.
Yes.
Yeah. What do you think, Mr. Olenick? Strength or design? Which is more important?
Well,
Nice and loud so they can hear you.
I think, like Jacob said, with a little bit of both, you have design and strength. That would be probably the best bet. But if you have a well-designed bot that can't take a hit from another robot, we learned last year that if the robot's going to fall apart, it can't compete.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wonder why.
Guys, we have one more team to meet, but before I let you go, do you have any last shout-outs? Matteo, do you want to say anything?
I'm good.
Yeah, you enjoy this program?
Yes,
Yeah.
I do.
Let's continue to expand it.
Yeah.
Samantha?
Yeah, I mean, I enjoy it. I'm probably going to do it next year as well.
Good. Samantha, how can I get some more black and red in the design of Hercules here? Can you get me some black and red in there? You know, maybe a little port logo somewhere?
Yeah,
we could,
we
yeah.
could. We could try that.
Is that allowed? Maybe I
Yeah,
can
we
ship over
stickers,
some port
we have some
stickers for
stickers
you?
on here. It says all we have is project.
I see that. We need the logo, Matteo, you know?
Yeah.
Got an empty spot here.
I like that,
Yeah.
William.
On the club.
Sam, love the hat always.
you.
Jacob, any shout outs? Your mom's a teacher down ASK. How does your mom feel about you being involved in this activity?
Stressed out because I do a lot of stuff for no reason at all. No, I'm being serious. I have to go like back-to-back drama club, sports, or any other stuff. It's
You're busy.
I get overwhelmed,
Yeah,
Sometimes.
but it's a nice
Right.
activity to be involved in.
Yeah, and I
William, how about you?
Well,
Any shout outs?
I'd like to thank Mr. Olenick and Mr. Hyziak, because without them, we wouldn't have VEX. And,
Yeah, they're really, I mean, they're into it. They do it. They're living it again in this room, all these great things.
Yeah.
Cool. This was your first experience with it as a 7th grader, right?
This was my first year competing with
Wow.
them.
Very well spoken, this young man, Lloyd. Very good. Mr. Harris, thanks for tuning in. Well, I wish you good luck on Saturday. Take some pictures, have some fun, and I'll send you a couple port stickers to get on there, all right?
Okay.
All right. This is Matteo, Sam, Jacob, and William. Good job. We have one more team to meet here. Come on in,
This out of the
kiddos.
way.
Thanks, guys.
Oh, I thought that was
Gentle, gentle. A middle school competition this weekend here. Lots going on. The play. Mr. Hyziak has a marathon. A lot of stuff happened. All right, come on in. Lilah, I won't bite you. Come in, everybody. Come in. I know a couple of you here. Lilah, you sit here. You sit here. This is Lilah Lloyd, older sister of William. Go ahead, Lilah. You introduce yourself, and then we'll go around and meet everybody. Go ahead.
I'm Lilah Lloyd, and I'm in 8th grade.
Always with the cool hats.
My name is Landson Sukennikoff. I'm in the 7th grade.
My name is Hyziak Rubin. I'm in 7th grade, and I run a podcast called Scratch and Sniff.
Oh, wow. Really, Isaac? Scratch and Sniff. We might have to get you on here to talk about that. Miss Cross?
I'm Victoria Cross, and I'm 8th grade.
Twin sister to Samantha Cross. Awesome. And who is your bot here?
This is Ramsey.
Ramsey. Tell me about Ramsey, Lilah.
Ramsey has been built to compete in most every aspect of the game, and he competes very well.
It's a he, Ramsey. Okay. What are some features you'd like to share about Ramsey?
He has
Whoa,
flickers
wow.
so that he can expand and push tri-balls under the net. He can hang with this hook, and he can match load with this ramp.
Very well said there, Lilah. Landon, what is your role here with this team here?
I have done a lot of building alongside Lilah.
You enjoy that?
Oh yeah.
What's your favorite part about the building?
I think that my favorite part about the building is seeing it all come together in the end.
Yeah. Okay. Isaac, I see you nodding. You agree?
Mm-hmm.
What's your favorite part of this whole thing? Nice and loud, Isaac. You're a podcaster. You got to make sure that
I like traveling.
Going to
and
the
I
events.
Like watching the bot move because it's very nice.
Cool. Ms. Cross, what is your role?
I'm a coder.
You're the coder. And what did you learn about coding this year?
Well, probably because it's not that hard. Like, you just have to put the blocks in and get measurements.
And will it get harder the older you get, a little more advanced?
I mean, probably because you'd have to do more stuff.
Yeah. Ms. Cross, when you built Ramsey here, was it a kit that was designed like this, or you guys said, all right, I want to do this and that, and did you create what it looks like and how it works?
I mean, I can't really say because I've only joined like a few months ago.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, who has been here since the start? You have? You want to answer that question, Lilah? Was it designed to be like this, or did you build the design?
We completely designed Ramsey from scratch, and we made a lot of modifications so that he could compete better and just do better in the games. And so everything we have on here is unique in its own way. Like our gearing ratios and such were commented on at competition for being the only one like it.
Wow. Very cool. And you guys are competing this Saturday. It's a long day. So tell me, how do you prepare for such an event? How do you make sure that Ramsey is the best he can be during this? Landon, we'll start with you.
I mean, I think that the way that we do it is we check all of the batteries and we charge them the night before. We make sure that all of the gear ratios are in their correct place. We make sure that the bot's motors move, and I mean, make sure that it just works in general.
What a good answer. Really good. Isaac, we're about to compete here. I can feel the excitement here. I got a little, what do you want from your bot right now in this competition we're going to see? What are you hoping for?
I hope that he's very nice.
Tell me about your podcast real quick. What's your podcast
I run
about?
it with my friends Shirley and Emma.
What's your topic?
Anything.
Anything.
There is no topic.
Can I come on your podcast? Mm-hmm. All right. I'll come on your podcast. You come on mine. How's that? All right. Cool. Victoria, any last shout outs before we get to the competition?
Probably to our two coaches, Mr. Hyziak and Mr. Olenick.
We appreciate those guys. Mr. Hyziak's been at it a long time. How many years you been teaching, Mr. Hyziak?
This is year 17.
Wow. He's still like a young guy, though, a young buck. He still looks like a young guy to me. 17, and they're going to do a marathon this weekend. It means a lot that they're doing this, and so happy that they're working with great young people like you. How about a round of applause for your families supporting you in this? Excited. Early buses. And last question, and then we'll go to the competition. What's happening Saturday? Where is it? Tell me the information. Lilah?
It's in Long Island.
Long Island? That's a long way from here. And what is the competition? What's it called? Wow. It's a state tournament. That's a long ride with middle schools on a bus, Mr. Olenick. There's no prayers here in public school, but I'll say a prayer for you. Get you there safely. And
It is what, 2 hours away? 2
it's
hours.
Long Island, you could always
5 o'clock Saturday morning.
plus or minus 30 to 60 minutes, you know.
Hopefully
But they're leaving early. We wish you the best with Ramsey, and good luck, okay? All right, we're going to get this turned around here, folks. We're going to have a competition. So give me a second. Make sure I don't drop this. Turn our little thing around here. And we got the field here. Mr. Hyziak, why don't you give us a little introduction? What's going to happen here?
All right, so we have the Red Alliance. There are 2 bots that are the closest to me. All right, and what they're focusing on is trying to score as many points by putting these tri-balls underneath the red goal on that side over here.
Okay.
The Blue Alliance is working over there, and they're going to try to score as many as they can underneath that side there.
Okay.
And at the end of the competition, they're going to try to elevate their robot. So actually go up to these plastic solid bars here and do a pull-up.
I know.
So they get extra points at the end of the match if they can do a pull-up.
Like phys ed credit here in school?
Yep. They got to have that's why they have these gear ratios. It allows them to pull the bot up. So the first 15 seconds, they all have a program on their bot. I'm going to control their bot and just start the program, and they'll run for 15 seconds. We determine who won the autonomous section of the match. And then when I say drivers ready, there'll be 1:45 of driver control, during which time they can go. They're going to drive around and try to score as many points as possible. And you'll see in the corners, when they go into the corner, they can touch this bar. And when they're touching that bar, their teammates can load in additional tri-balls.
Wow.
So they're going to be flying all over the place. It gets a little wild. But they've done this a lot of practice matches and a lot of matches in real life, so they kind of understand what's going on.
All right.
So drivers ready for autonomous. Everybody ready? All right. Autonomous in 3, 2, 1. As you can see, the programs, everyone takes a little bit of a different approach. Some are full speed, some are slow and steady.
So does that count as a goal right there, what happened here? Was that a point?
That one, it depends if it's underneath or not. So
That
2
one is
points
that's
off,
that's a point. That's 5 points.
Is that over
underneath
there?
And that one's almost under, so that one doesn't count. So
Isn't it now 2 points underneath? Now it's 2.
that would be just 2 for getting it to that side. All right, so we have red wins autonomous. Okay, drivers
They
ready?
only have 2 points then.
All right, driver control in 3, 2, 1.
Wow. Man, that thing is really going. And besides, they can hit the other bottom.
Yeah, they can hit the other bottom. They can't grapple on a tile more than 5 seconds. The whole match is going in. So I'll disable the bot, and I'll count up and score on that.
This guy over here.
Refer to him as smooth operator. 40 seconds.
got parts flying all over here. Holy cow.
30 seconds. You'll see the blue bot is trying to hang over there on that pole. He actually did a pull up over there. So you could have been locking
But not in the
place.
side. Remember, this is the right side to hang.
10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right.
Yes, you got it.
Way to go, kids. Way to go. Mr. Hyziak, what would you say about that performance? What were some things that stood out?
That was good. Both teams played good offense and defense. They loaded a lot into the match. Pretty equally matched. You can see the number underneath the nets. It's pretty equal. Looks like, though, if I were to just quick score it, the Blue Alliance probably won just because they had a few more outside of the net on that side. So those count as 2 points. And they also got the hang, so that's a 20-point bonus.
20 points, man. Wow. There was a lot going on. There was a lot of action. Kids, we wish you good luck this weekend at the competition. Show your Port pride. Can we get a go Port?
Go Port!
Great job. This is the VEX Robotics Club here in 101, right? 101 and the Clean Lab. Mr. Hyziak, Mr. Olenick, we appreciate their dedication, these kids, and exciting engineering, building, and more. So thanks for tuning in, everybody. Leave these kids a positive comment. Kids, thanks again. Good luck this weekend. All right. We're going to sign off here on the podcast. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. And one more time, kids.
Go Port!
All right. Thanks so much, everybody.